Hello. Thank you guys once again for tuning in. This is your girl, Wanda A, also known as Queen L, the writer on Wattpad. If you love to read, please check out my books, Your Elizabeth, In Too Deep, and Your Fantasy. The time is currently 8:35 a.m. on this rainy Sunday. Hey, no matter. We're going to live like this, like the sun is shining anyway. Now, I just want to warn you that you will be hearing a lot of noise in my background because I'm preparing to get ready for work. But hey, what does that matter when you're trying to get something off your chest that is so important? Now, the topic of the day is lead and he will follow. Lead and he will follow. Now, what made me come up with this topic is, it's like I'm starting to understand a lot of things, with growing and becoming an adult and making wiser decisions for my future, and understanding how making the wrong decisions can really take you down some avenues that eventually, of course, we can always get back on our feet. It'll just be harder for you to get back on that path. Now, another reason why I decided to record this and use this topic is because I'm starting to see a lot of women, a lot of our queens bring into this world kids by men who don't know their worth, who don't know a woman's worth. And we get upset and we blame them for being assholes, for leaving, for going to, be with another woman. But at the end of the day, how can we blame him entirely? How many times have you argued with him? How many times have you told him that, he wasn't nothing, but then still allow him back into your heart? I mean, not in your heart, because of course that's a hard thing to do, but still allow him into your space because we think that he has changed. Now, one thing I can tell you is a guy has to change on his own. Something that we all have heard throughout the years. Like, a guy has generally have to change for their own. Like, they have to know, that this woman is worth, not even the woman, but they have to understand that at this point in their life, they're ready to be a better person, and be a better father. And it takes for them to have to break a few hearts in order to see that what they are doing isn't the correct way of being a boyfriend or being a father.
Young rich niggas.
Sorry guys, I don't know why this song is playing. But anyway, no, for real. A guy has to truly want to change for themselves. So you can't be mad at him if he comes to lay in your bed that you allowed him into, and he gets you pregnant, and now he doesn't want to be with you. One thing I have learned is that as women, I've learned that guys think short term and women think long term. Stick that in your head. Keep that in your head. Okay, because I'm going to tell you where I'm going with this. Guys think short term. Women think long term. Alright. So when a man comes to stay with you, occasionally, as women, we could be thinking, this is home for him. He loves to be at home with me and his kids. And, that's how it is. He loves me. He wants to be with me. In a guy's head, they could possibly, I'm not saying this, but this is my thought. I don't know for sure, but this is my thought. And in a guy's head, they're thinking this convenient spot to lay at. And some convenient, stuff. They get to get the poom poom. Convenient poom poom. Within that time frame, you end up getting pregnant. The guy is not thinking about you getting pregnant, even though he went up in you unprotected. And he did, possibly nutting you. He's not thinking about the outcome of the situation at that moment. But we are. We already know what he's doing is wrong. We know I could possibly get pregnant at this moment. Now, a few weeks go by, a month or two go by, and now you're pregnant. You tell me you're pregnant, what happens? He's gone. He's gone. Because that wasn't his intention to begin with. His intention wasn't to have anything to last long with you. And what happens next? He goes to the next girl, and he does the same thing again. And we're mad, and we're fussing, and we're saying he ain't shit. He ain't this, that, and the third. But honestly, we have to be the ones that lead. We have to be the ones that lead. If he's coming over to shack up with you, and you know that you guys are having unprotected sex, and you guys have already been down that avenue of arguing, and you telling him that he's not nothing, and you know that he could possibly run out on you any given day, make him use protection. Make him use protection. You know what I'm saying? Why allow yourself to get pregnant again and go through the same thing? Now, I'm not trying to bash anyone because it happens. I've been through it. But this is placed on my heart, just to let us women know that we have to really lead now and make the decisions about ourselves, not just for the man, but make important decisions for the man. Not the man, but ourselves, because once a guy see that, hey, I'm not about to allow your lack of knowledge on how to be a man or how to be a father affect my future. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to allow that. So you can put on this condom or you cannot have sex at all. Or not even just that. When it comes to, you just have to get up and focus on you. And if you are into going in church, being spiritual, if you have a career that you're trying to get into, you have to really, really focus on that, engulf in that. I'm not saying ignore him. Be there when he needs you. Be there when he needs you. But other than that, no, you can't lay up and shack up with me after I haven't heard from you in over a few weeks. No, you can't do that. No, you can't use my car and you don't even have no license. And most of the guys who will probably feel like you're the one that's tripping are the ones who don't understand the severity of putting yourself in a messed up situation. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of men, some men haven't changed because they haven't dealt with the right amount of women to reject them of their stupidity. Most women like that they're drug dealers. Most women like that they flash the money all the time. But I feel like I want to let you know that if a guy is only around, and I see this a lot, a woman, all she does is just ride in his passenger seat. He comes to her house, he spends the night, she gives him sex, she gives him to make him breakfast, rubbing his back. To me, all of that it's like you're allowing him to dump his waste on you without you getting nothing in return back from him. You can't call on him emotionally whenever you need help. He's not there. You know, like once you start being serious about the situation, he runs away. And I feel like I want to let you know that you are allowing yourself to be dumped on. He's putting all his trash on you. You're a waste side. You're a dumb side. Because he's dropping all of that into you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you have to generally seriously think about your future. Seriously think about your future. And I'm not saying this to badmouth a man or to badmouth a woman. It's just the honest God truth. Because the minute we get seriously and we start asking questions about where it's going, or a baby pop up in the picture, they are nowhere to be found. They're on to the next one. So when that time happens, you need to reject him. Because just like I said, most of these guys haven't had a lot of women reject them or call them out for being false. And once we have more women to do that, that's when they will realize that they need to straighten up, because guys love being around women. And, so just love yourself more. Make more decisions for yourself. If you want a man to love you, love who you are, respect you, you need to lead and not follow. Especially if he's leading you down the wrong path. Keep your head up to the sky. If you're into God, go to church, focus on the Lord, focus on your career, focus on your children. And that way when he sees that is something that you're not willing to break, either he can change for you, or he can run away and find another woman who's okay with putting up with his BS. Alright, so I thank you guys for tuning in. Don't be upset wholly at him. We are both responsible adults, and we knew what we were getting ourselves into when we allowed him in our bed, when we allowed him in our head, when we allowed him in our heart. Don't be upset. Forgive, move on, and do it better the next time. That's all I can say. Have a great and wonderful Sunday. Mwah.